But this video is a slightly frustrating one to make, honestly, because it contradicts information that I put out there just a week and a half ago now. So for a bit of context, last week, before Siege of Winterfell season started, I put out, I think it was 5 commander tier lists and formation setup guides on Monday, I think it was. I had a really busy week, so I just wanted to get everything out there whilst I still had time and before the season started, so it could actually be of use to people. So we played the Wednesday match with all that information being correct, but then on the Thursday there was an update which had an unlisted nerf to specifically package running times in Siege of Winterfell. This wasn't listed in the patch notes at all, but for the second and now third matches of the season, this change has been in effect, and because of this, a lot of the information I gave specifically on Mengo in those commander tier lists and guides isn't necessarily accurate now. I still think Mengo is very good, but the niche he was filling, which I'm going to show in video form down here, now doesn't really exist. So Mengo was, and potentially still is, so good because he has a 30% movement speed increase, and this is very important because it isn't march speed, it's directly a movement speed increase. And this movement speed increase is still in effect. I can show that in this video here. So this is the Saturday match after the Thursday update. This was us against M3O. You can see on the map up here, 1 is my march of Mengo in it, and then you can see the 3, and there'll be 2 there as well, lagging so far behind because they don't have Mengo in the march. Like, they're still not even on screen. All 3 of these marches are mono infantry. So my Mengo march arrived here a solid 20 seconds earlier than the non-Mengo marches, and this was after the change. So Mengo's movement speed increase does still take effect. The difference is I was very high on him because of his influence when it came to package running scenarios. So if I go here, this video is from HOH. This was our first match of the season before this update was in play. And this is going to show very clearly why I was so high on Mengo, for a few reasons. So you see here, we're picking the package up, and in this situation, we're not dominating the Winterfell area at all. I'd honestly argue we're outnumbered. That will become increasingly clear when you see these people to the left. We are at worst, or at best, even in numbers here with HOH. But we have here Denkura, who is running this with cavalry and Mengo in his march, and he's maximizing march speed as much as possible. And what you'll notice is he's so fast that the attackers can't actually catch up to him to deal damage to him. And if you're outpacing their damage sources, you obviously can't take damage, you'll get more and more distance on it. And what actually happens here is none of them can catch this march. And what ends up happening is we cap this march from the first march to pick it up in a contested Winterfell in 1 minute and 5 seconds, because they just can't get in range of him. They have 1 or 2 people hitting him. That's why I had TARDIS and Ashima, and I don't know what they're running, maybe Cav themselves, maybe Mengo Spear, I'm not sure. But the reason I was so high on it is because from an offensive point of view, you can do this with your own package runners, but more specifically, if you didn't have Mengo in your own marches, and the opposing alliance did this against you, it was literally impossible to counterplay it, because you just wouldn't be able to catch up to the package runner, as shown here. Like, HOH tried, but they just couldn't close the distance enough, so we just got a free package without them dropping it even once, despite them having arguably a numbers advantage at Winterfell, which is ridiculous. And that is why I said everyone should run Mengo, because for both offensive and defensive reasons, it was so strong and so important. Now, it seems whilst Mengo's movement speed increase is still there, as I've shown here, with me arriving to this location so much faster on my Mengo march than the other marches. It seems they're applying a much heavier speed debuff on the package carrier now. So if I go to this timestamp listed down, 12:45, there's no example as clear as there was in the HOH example. Timestamp is 2024. You will see the speed difference. So remember, before the update, HOH couldn't even keep up with Denkura here because of the Mengo cav, because they didn't have the commanders in place themselves to keep up with them. Here, Benny has just picked up this package. He himself is running mono T5 cav with his Lord March, with Mengo in the march. And you see there, 1 minute 24, when he's already outside of the Winterfell area quite significantly to get to this base. And as I said previously, the cap time from Winterfell itself all the way to this exact same base was 1 minute and 5 seconds for us in the match previous. Here he's already closed half the distance, and it's longer than that. And you can see we're easily able to get people on the package to attack it and eventually drop it. Now, because of this, Mengo really has lost a lot of his value because of that. So if you want to rethink your formations at all against what I advised in those previous videos, it's probably not a bad idea. I do still think he has a lot of practical value because of the fact you can just get around the map quicker, you can rotate quicker, but his niche dynamic with package running, both for offensive and defensive reasons, is now gone. And you can't just outrun everyone because you have a Mengo cav march. You're pretty much always going to be able to be caught now. So if you didn't realize this was changed in the most recent update, here you go. I've shown the evidence of this in the videos as you've seen. I'm not entirely sure on the exact value of them nerfing movement speed with the package, but it's at least doubled in the time of package running. Because of this, in high-level Siege of Winterfell matches, for those that even care, results will probably be determined more so due to passive points from holding buildings compared to how it was previously with the continuous package running because of this. And it is actually a very significant change to the game mode. I think this is how it worked previously, but in the last season and at the start of this season, they did have these new, quicker march times in the package, but now we're back to the much slower, much more cumbersome march speeds as we had previously in the earlier seasons of the event.